Are you thinking more about cryptocurrency than maybe you have thought of before? The reason that I'm saying that is that it has more potential to bring people out of poverty in third world countries than any other currency on the planet. No other opportunity is available to help the people right across every country of the world. And it's also got the potential to create more millionaires than ever before. This is the beginning of something bigger than huge, and you really do need to stop, listen, and take notice. And as I was saying yesterday, what took place was there was a trading of equal value of certain things, which evolved into the use of gold and the holding of gold that was eventually taken over by banks issuing IOU papers. Those IOU papers then became a law that you couldn't take the gold out anymore, and printed money was done in exchange. The problem occurred though was when banks and governments wouldn't allow you to take your gold out anymore. It was kept, it was frozen, and the only thing that you could use was the paper medium that they printed. And what took place is in the 1970s, the gold standard was eliminated altogether, and money printing just became something that governments did in order to boost their economies. There's another problem that emerged as a result of that, and that problem is called fractional banking. You see, what took place over a period of time, governments wanted to prop up their economy. They wanted to keep things happening. They wanted people to spend their money. They wanted a bit of inflation. They wanted to be able to keep people in jobs. And so what they did, they just kept on printing money. But banks were also allowed to loan out money far more than what they had in reserve. It's called fractional banking. And in fractional banking, you can actually, the banks are allowed to loan out to you and to me up to 90% more than what they've got sitting in their bank account. As you know, very few of them have gold, so they rely upon the savings of people. But instead of having an equal amount of savings to lending, they can create money from nothing. So when you go to borrow money for your house or a business or a car, the bank does not have to have that money in their bank. They can actually give you a series of digits, a series of numbers. They create money from nothing, and they're allowed to do that. The problem occurs is if you default on your home loan, guess what? They come and repossess your home for money that they never had in the first place. They can charge you interest on your housing loan or your business loan, and guess what? They never had to have that money in the bank to start off with. So they can actually build assets, and they can charge you interest and repossess your car and your home and your business, turn you bankrupt from money that they never had in the first place. So a lot of people get really quite aggro because the governments and banks control our economic situation. And in 2008, that was where one of the last straws, I guess, that broke the camel's back over in the United States with the huge downturn in the economy. And what we see over in England and Europe right now, things that are occurring because money is just being allowed to be printed at will. And people are being really affected by it. And it just so happened in 2008, and I'll tell you more about that tomorrow or maybe the next day, about the emergence of what took place in our first cryptocurrency. And you would have heard of Bitcoin and how the story of that's just grown and grown. But what's taken place now is that the cryptocurrencies are actually out of government controls, they're out of bank controls, and it's actually peer-to-peer, person-to-person transaction way back, the same as what it was when people used to swap salt or swap skins or swap gold coins. We're going back to the perceived value of something for something of equal value. But this time it is equal value. And so cryptocurrencies or digital currencies, which are just numbers on a computer, but what happens is that they have to solve a mathematical problem, a mathematical equation for a coin to be mined. And I'll tell you more about that over time as well. But there is value that's placed on it according to what people perceive as value, and the non-interference of what governments are trying to do to people is actually what's going to bring us freedom. Whether you're in India, whether you're in Africa, whether you're in Greece, whether you're in Italy, whether you're in Canada, United States, Australia, Hong Kong, wherever, this digital currency, this cryptocurrency is being taken on by the world, and they're realizing this is our step into freedom. And if you can follow what I'm going to be suggesting in the next few days, you can be sitting in an incredibly powerful position where you can make a huge amount of money. Now, if you'd like to know more, I'd like to encourage you to please go to discovericoinpro.com/Jenny G, or you can go to icoinpro.com/Jenny G. Have a look around at that site. It's been especially put together as an education program because Bitcoin is only one of many. You watch until you see Ethereum and Dash and Ripple and all of the other currencies that are out and around that are going to increase in value. Wait till I tell you about things like that on Thursday and Friday this week. So you have an incredible day. Check out icoinpro.com/Jenny G or discovericoinpro.com/Jenny G. And I'd love to see you start to learn, because I'm going to give you some opportunities over and above that learning as well. So you have a brilliant and wonderfully blessed day.